you think this is a COVID thing, or don't sit on this because it's going to collapse?
No, because they've all got them.
Sort of every other one.
I don't think it would do with COVID though, because it's not 2 meters, is it?
Oh, it's freezing.
It's just sat in wet.
Just got here as well, look. I don't know where that's come from.
I got a bit, I don't know, yeah.
It is muddy over here at Holbridge today.
We
broke 1,000 subscribers.
Did we?
Yeah.
Massive.
We are massive.
Massive movements.
Utilita football is massive.
It's on the map.
If you didn't check out the previous video, it was #United versus SC Dons with Spencer, my little chat. We had actually a full-blown podcast. You can listen to it. It's all up on Spotify. Little clips here and there. Obviously, you've got one on this channel, got one on my channel as well, where we talk about
I listened to
Palmer's
it
4 years
last night on Spotify while I was in bed.
It's a good little chat.
Good listen.
Good
You
little
both
listen.
talk well.
Oh, thanks.
It was informative.
Very informative.
Interesting.
Interesting.
Go listen.
Yeah. But today, Chaz,
here we
you're going to
go.
ask me a question, aren't you?
Are Spurs going to win the league? No. Are they boring? Yeah, that is the question. Are Spurs boring? As well as they're doing, and as well as what you're doing, you know, is it enough?
Don't care.
I don't care.
Don't care.
I don't care.
No, I don't care right now. No. I've said before, like, I really like the way Spurs have been playing over the years. It's sort of like free-flowing football, very entertaining to watch.
Can't argue
But the
with
reason it's entertaining to watch is because you get that, you know, you're conceding goals, but also maybe nicking wins, and they are the best wins, aren't they? When you come back from a loss, or you're losing and you come back. But this is kind of like we are parking the bus, and we are.
Is it?
In a way, we're inviting the pressure. That's what we're doing. We're saying you have the ball, go on, do your best, and we'll clear it, and then we'll take it on the run. And obviously, the difference between, because we are playing no different to someone like a West Brom or a Burnley now, because they are the ones that park the bus at times.
I guess just with a bit more quality.
But we've got the quality up top. No disrespect to like Chris Woods because they're good players, but I think they're not those sort of players that you want to do a counter attack with. Burnley and West Broms and all that, they're looking for the free kicks on the edge of the box they're looking for set pieces. Spurs, we're more of a counter
on
team.
his Burnley and West Brom.
The agenda is very live right now. No, I'm sorry, West Brom and Burnley fans. Let me know in the comments below. Are you a West Brom, or have you sodded off since like the first time I mugged you off? But
You scared them off.
No. Look, it's just
they
the
are
style
what they
of
are.
game. They are what they are. They know what they are. And Spurs at the moment, I think we're upsetting quite a few rival fans. I think it's the rival fans that are popping up at the moment.
Yeah, I mean, I get it.
There's two arguments at the moment. It's the first one is you're boring, and it's like, well, if that's all you've got, then I think we're doing all right. The last few games, we're saying Man City, we beat 2-0.
Clean sheet.
Chelsea 0-0. Clean sheet. We could have won that. Chelsea could have easily won it as well. It was
could have gone either way.
It could have gone either way. And obviously Arsenal, 2-0. And early on in the season, we beat Man United 6-1. Like these top six sides, we're beat. I think we've got 10 points out of 12.
I mean, that's where if you want to challenge for a title, you've got to beat
the teams around you. Yeah.
And if that's the, I ain't watched much of Spurs apart from like seeing clips against the lower teams. Like, are you still playing the same way against the lower teams?
No, because the lower teams are actually inviting us on.
Yeah.
So we have to. Then it's almost like you've got to break us down, so we've got to change our style.
So if you're
it's interesting. Sorry to interrupt you, but like coming into that Arsenal game, knowing how Spurs play, why wouldn't Arteta set it up that way? It's almost like, all right, well, you want to play that way, we'll play that way too. And it's almost like a game of chess, really. It's whoever.
Yeah.
I
think that is it. If you're only doing it against big teams around you, then I mean it's just good tactics, isn't it?
It is good tactics.
If you want to win the league this is the way you see of getting the points against the sides around you, and you get them. Like if you're doing it and you're still losing, then it's like, okay, well, why are you not going for it? Why are you not? But if you're winning the games and you're keeping clean sheets, you're getting 3 points.
That's the biggest one as well, the clean sheets.
Yeah, like how can you argue with that?
Yeah, but it's boring.
But
and I get it. Like for a neutral that's paying X amount of money a month for Sky Sports, and when you see Tottenham on TV, they are on quite a lot. And you sit down as a neutral and you want to watch a good game of football, Spurs probably isn't the good one to sit down and watch.
I mean, I've been watching West Ham for the last 10 years, so I mean, I'm not used to seeing good football anyway. So.
No, but like, I get it. I can see why people are saying it's boring.
Oh yeah, you can see it.
We're not here to entertain you. We're here to win football matches, and we're here to, I say, win the league. Obviously, that's the ultimate aim for any team one day. Whether it's Tottenham's aim this year.
I think it has to be now.
Surely at the back of Mourinho's head, yeah, we want to win.
I think it has to be now. I think at the beginning of the season, it probably would have been like, we want to be pushing for it. But now
you want to get back in the Champions League. I think that was the number one.
And now you're actually where you are now, what, 10, 11 games in, 12 games in,
Mm.
like if you're in that position, then you've got to be thinking, oh, come on, we can push for this.
What's this stat around?
This is on.
There's always like a team at the top at Christmas. Do they go on, or is it the team that's bottom at Christmas? I can't remember what it was.
The team that's bottom at Christmas usually always goes down.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, Dyer's a different player, isn't he? Now, I mean, I've always give him stick, playing for England and things. But apparently, I heard I think it was on the radio yesterday on TalkSport, that under Pochettino, Dyer always said he wanted to play centre back, but when he did play,
he was given that
CDM role. So clearly, he wasn't happy playing there. Maybe that showed in his performances.
Maybe.
Now Mourinho's actually playing him, and he wants to play centre back, and he's playing there now, and he's happy. And it's showing. He's a different player, to be fair.
Absolutely.
I mean, he's still got a mistake in him, yeah. I mean, not many.
He has, and Sergio Aurier has always got a mistake in him, but he's upped his game a lot. Reguilon at the back is he's doing bits. I mean, he's Speedy Gonzalez back there.
He wasn't that much either, was he? He was only 20 mil.
Yeah, something like that. Well, I think he is. No, you're right. Yeah, Bale's the one that can go back, but he's not going to go back, is he? I think everyone's just up their game, and I think we're all singing from the same sort of hymn sheet at the moment.
It's a presence, isn't it? Mourinho, he just brings that. He's a winner.
A serial winner. I'd be very disappointed if we don't win something.
That's what
this
he
year.
does. Yeah. No,
the league. I'm not saying we're going to win the league at all, but I would be really disappointed if we just didn't win something like a. I mean, we're in this sort of the quarterfinal of the Carabao Cup. I'll just take that for now. And that's a really good stepping stone, because that final was very early on in the year, isn't it?
Yeah.
So if you can win that and then go on and
Europa League's got to be there to be won too. I mean, it's not. You might say it's not.
Performances in Europa haven't been that great, but then it's not the same.
No, but it's
squad
there
that's
to
been
be
playing.
won.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, no, I've seen a lot of the pundits not criticising Spurs, but almost like, but it's boring though. It's not very entertaining to watch. Right. Like Graham Souness won. He's like, they've won 2 League Cups in however many years. It's like, Graham, calm down.
Calm down, Graham.
Like last season, you were moaning at us because we're too Spursy. We bottle things and that. It's like, well, what do you want? People just you can't please everyone. And we're not going to please everyone because the majority of people aren't Tottenham fans.
Yeah.
You know, like so if we're doing well, you're always going to be knocked down at the top.
I mean, that is the question. I think first and foremost to Spurs fans, are you happy? Is it boring?
I'm happy. I mean,
I would be if I was a Spurs fan.
There was a stat years ago. I mean, we've knocked it out of the park now, but there was a stat years ago. We didn't get any points from the top. It was top 4 then. It's top 6 now, obviously, but we're getting those points now. And we're keeping clean sheets against those teams as well. Like we're amongst it. We're one of those.
Kane and Son. I mean, done it again at the weekend. Assisted each other.
Yeah.
It's just it's crazy.
That's unreal. There's got to be a stat somewhere like 2 players assisting and scoring. I think between them, I don't know how many goals they've got or how many
assists and goals together. They must be pushing in the 30s already.
I think it is like. I think I've read it was like 31 or something like that.
Yeah, it must be. They're just absolutely flying. And Kane's gone up to another level, dropping deep and picking. Some of his passing now is just.
He's exquisite. Could Ballon d'Or?
I mean,
why not?
Why not? Especially if you go and win the league.
If we won the league, and Kane continues the form that he gets like, let's say he gets 30 goals. He probably won't get 30 goals. Let's say he gets like 25 goals, but gets 16 assists or 20 assists.
20 assists, yeah. I mean, how can you not? In the biggest league in the world, best league in the world, some say.
With that team as well. And that's no disrespect to the team. It's like, because it's not like global superstars all over the field.
When they do this Ballon d'Or, it's obviously always Messi, Ronaldo.
Yeah.
And a couple have snuck in.
Lewandowski missed out, didn't he?
I think it's more about status, isn't it?
It is a little bit, yeah.
It's like these are the best players. You're told these are the best players, so vote for these ones. But if you went around the world and you generally looked at games and stats and form over a season and things, I mean, you got to look at someone like Kane and be like, he has been one of the best players in his position.
Well, I asked you guys a question, put it on Twitter.
Ooh.
It's great social media, isn't it? Like you can put things on there and then people reply.
It's like Marmite, innit? You love it and you hate it.
Yeah. But I said, question, are Tottenham boring? I said, leave your thoughts below. And you may feature in the next upload of Utilita Football.
Who's
so here
featuring?
We are. Who's featuring? Well, 6 minutes ago, AFC...
Arsenal fan then.
It's an Arsenal fan. He says, parking the bus after scoring seems to limit the actual ability of the players, making it boring, as they have the ability to play good football, but counter-attacking the whole game doesn't get the best out of them. Well, I disagree, because we're winning and keeping clean sheets, so surely that's getting the best out of the team.
Yeah.
Surely the whole point of winning a football match is to win the football match.
Yeah, I mean, I think I get what you're saying. I think if you're dropping back, then you're getting the best out of your defence, but possibly not your attack, because you're limiting to a certain extent, because you're not getting them on the ball as much, maybe. But if everyone defends as a team, and I mean you keep clean sheet, then
I think people feel a bit cheated by it. It's like, this is just the style of football. We're not
It's
breaking the rules or
Mourinho.
anything like that.
I mean, and you got to look. It is Mourinho. He done it. Yeah, I mean, he's done it all his career. If you want to win, and that is the way of winning it, then I mean, again, what can you argue with?
I think from a Spurs standpoint is, we need to win a trophy.
You do need to
we
win.
Desperately.
Because it's been going on too long now.
You've built these foundations.
You've been progressing and levelling up.
We've been the next year team for so long. So we need. So if this is the way that it's going to get done, do it.
Yeah.
Whether it's entertaining or not, do it.
Maybe
just get it done, and we can then build on that.
Then,
because there's only a few teams out there that can shut teams out like the way Spurs are doing, but also play attractive football going forward at the same time. And that would be Liverpool.
Yeah.
Man City have the ability. Chelsea certainly have the ability.
I mean,
but Spurs don't. They're not that yet.
Yeah, but that's the thing. You're not just parking the bus, then hoofing it forward, hoping and getting nicking a goal.
No, like if you look at the goals that we're getting,
you're hitting them with quality.
Son's quality and Kane's quality. Like Kane's passes, if I could just look at Kane's compilation from this year, the passes that he's putting through
honestly,
are world class passes,
mate.
Unreal.
It's like Kevin De Bruyne-esque. Like he's on that level of passing at the minute. It's absolutely crazy.
So
it's not like you're just lumping it forward to Kane and he's winning a flick on or winning a free kick and then you're putting it in the box and scoring.
Yeah,
you're hitting him.
Got pins and needles.
Yeah, I've got it in my
Have you got pins and needles?
As soon as I move it, you know when it goes.
Yeah.
I'm not moving it till we get up.
You're gonna hobble off. Oh. There's another one here from James. He said, "Yes."
Yes.
I mean, what's the point of building a trophy room? I mean, I know they love coffee, but come on, that's the only cups they can win. I think there's a joke in there somewhere.
I think there is.
About like, because you drink coffee out of a cup and you want to win cups. And
I think, like you say, you need to get that trophy in the cabinet. Once you get one in there, then you're more settled. We've got our trophy now. Now we can push.
FNZ Gaming, go and check him out. He does Football Manager. Loves it. Not boring. He's a Spurs fan.
Boring.
So it's almost like the Spurs fans are entertained and everyone else isn't. Very tactical, which we're not used to. Scoring goals in the first half and hanging on to them in the second is hard. Is a hard watch. Mainly because I can remember when our defence was pants. Yeah.
You've had some.
We have had some pants defenders over the years.
Bongo
Jonesy says yes, but it's effective and wins titles. Then it's tolerable. I think that's the sort of like the compromise there. He's like, okay, well.
Like you said, as long as you get a trophy, because like I said earlier, if you don't get a trophy, then you're going to come in for some stick.
He also goes on to say it's when you're not winning trophies it goes downhill. So if Spurs are implementing these tactics and suddenly we're losing games, especially like you said it as well, if you're losing and you're not chasing it and you're still parking the bus, like what's going on here? Mourinho did do that a few times at Man United. He tried to keep to that, inviting the pressure on.
I don't think he had the same quality at United though. That was the trouble. I think he was trying to force it with players that weren't capable of implementing it, like you say, or they just weren't buying into it.
I was just scrolling through here. The general consensus is, Spurs are boring, pretty much. But we do have a lot of Spurs fans, sort of, they just want it to carry on, and it's not going to carry on in this way because we're playing this way because we've had a fixture congestion of top six sides. That's why we've implemented this. When we play Crystal Palace next, I don't think we're going to be. Yeah, you'll have a run again. I can't see us playing that. That could be a good game, and I would see us struggling in that game more so than we would against, no disrespect, like Arsenal and Man City. I didn't expect us to win the Man City game at all, like because it's Man City. But knowing what I know now about how he's implementing these tactics, I can go into big games and think we've got a chance because we're going to play this way. Well, whereas I'm more nervous about you. I'm going to say them, Burnleys and West Broms. And,
against Arsenal, it was just clever. As I always say, Spurs are going to win the league. So I'm hoping the more I say it, it's not going to happen. But
every week it's looking more likely.
They keep proving me right.
There's a lot.
So where are you at now? You're at like 95% now. Are you getting it?
Yeah. So I've realised I've done it the wrong way. So what I should have said is I'm 5% certain that we're going to win the league, 10% certain. I am right now. So where am I at the moment in terms of percentage? Is it going to happen? Yes, it can. Absolutely. Am I confident? No, still not
on the ropes.
I'm not on the rope. I'm not sitting on the fence.
Not even got to the rope yet.
I've not even got through the ropes to climb the fence yet. I'm literally about, and I know Spurs fans watching this like, oh come on, get behind your team. I'm like 20% certain. There's a lot of games to go. There's a lot of convincing to be had.
Especially if you stay in the cups too. Like you got Europa League, you still got Carabao Cup, got the FA Cup to come. So there's going to be a lot of games coming up.
If I would say if we can, it sounds really backwards, and I know people are going to clip this up and say, "Oh, your ambition is poor," but I want to win a cup first. So if we can get that Carabao Cup, I'd be loving it. I think we've got Stoke in the semi-final.
I think as a
No, we've got Stoke in the quarter-final.
As a Spurs fan, because you haven't won a trophy, you're always going to have that worry and doubt.
Yeah.
I don't think that's going to go until you win one.
I think any true Spurs fan that's been through the thick of this, of just being let down.
Because you can't go back to that feeling of, we could win it because we won the Carabao Cup 2 years ago. You haven't had that feeling of winning for so long, like winning a trophy, that you're still like, it's not going to happen, is it?
No.
Spursy, as they say.
Yeah, it's exciting. I'm not going to lie. It's very, very exciting to be a Spurs fan right now. But as I say, there's a lot of games to go, a lot of tough, like the Liverpool game would be an interesting one. Because Liverpool, as I say, Liverpool can play both ways. They can.
That's next Wednesday, isn't it?
It's going to be
it's going to be
tough.
Early title.
And we'll be back with another Tottenham video.
Maybe.
Who's going to win? But we will be talking about other clubs, of course. So let us know.
It just so happens to be Spurs are the talking point at the minute. So it's on everyone's tongues, isn't it?
We were talking about Marine last week, and obviously they drew Spurs, so we sort of spoke about it.
It's all falling into place.
Everyone's talking about how boring Spurs are at the moment. Yeah, we're top of the league and doing teams over. So we had to talk about it. But
Good, yeah.
Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Is it sustainable? Can Spurs carry on? Can Spurs win the league? Let us know.
Can Spurs win a trophy?
Can Spurs win a trophy? So many questions.
So many questions.
So many answers needed. Welcome, by the way, to all the new subscribers. Yeah. Much appreciated for your support here.
Shout out to
lots of videos on their way.
You've got a few lined up, more guests.
We've got some more podcast guests lined up. We've got obviously Utilita have these partnerships with over 20 different football clubs. There's a few clubs being penned in at the moment. A couple in January, maybe a Premier League one in particular. So
hopefully we'll get to a big one on the road soon.
Oh yeah, hopefully get to we'll see.
We'll see. It's been a pleasure as always. Hope you enjoyed it.
Yeah, and we will see you in the next one.
Peace. Oh yeah, it's gone.